James Gregory was born on December 23, 1911, in the United States, entering the world just before the outbreak of the First World War. To understand Gregory's upbringing, it is useful to situate his early years within the broader landscape of America in the 1910s and 1920s. This was an era marked by rapid industrialization, the aftermath of the Progressive Era, and the cultural shifts of the Jazz Age. The world into which Gregory was born was one of promise and turbulence. Gregory reached adulthood during the Great Depression, which began with the stock market crash of 1929. At the time, he would have been 18 years old, just stepping into manhood as the nation entered its worst economic crisis. Like so many of his generation, he was part of what Tom Brokaw later famously labeled the greatest generation. Men and women who came of age in hardship, then went on to serve in the global conflict of World War II. Though details of Gregory's exact employment or educational pursuits during the Depression years are sparse, many actors of his era found their beginnings in community theater, stock companies, or by honing their craft in small venues while working day jobs. It is possible that Gregory's early exposure to performance came during these years, but it was the Second World War that would truly define the direction of his adult life. When the United States entered World War II after the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor on December 7, 1941, James Gregory was 30 years old. At a time when many men his age were already established in careers or families, Gregory chose to serve his country. He served from 1941 to 1946, a full 5 years of military duty. His service record is notable for including both the United States Navy and the United States Marine Corps. This dual service reflects both his adaptability and the shifting demands of the U.S. military during the war. For many actors of Gregory's generation, the war years interrupted their careers but also shaped their public persona. Service lent them a credibility and gravitas that audiences later recognized in their performances. For Gregory, his wartime years almost certainly influenced the types of roles he would later inhabit: detectives, inspectors, generals, and authority figures who bore the weight of responsibility. When he left the service in 1946, Gregory returned to civilian life at the age of 34, entering a nation that was booming with post-war prosperity. This was a time when American entertainment was also entering a new golden age, and Gregory was poised to find his place in it. After the war, Gregory entered the entertainment industry at a time when radio was still the dominant medium in American homes. His strong, distinctive voice was a natural asset. From 1955 to 1956, he appeared on 21st Precinct, a CBS radio crime drama that dramatized cases from the New York Police Department's 21st Precinct. The show was praised for its realism, and Gregory's work on it helped establish him as a dependable performer who could deliver both authority and subtlety. Radio in the 1950s was increasingly overshadowed by television, but for Gregory, radio provided the perfect training ground. It demanded precision in vocal delivery, an ability to create atmosphere with tone, and a knack for timing. These skills would later serve him well when television became his primary medium. By the late 1950s, Gregory had begun to find steady work in television. His first major leading role came with The Lawless Years, 1959 to 1961, a series that dramatized the life of New York police detective Barney Ruditsky and his battles with organized crime in the 1920s and 1930s. Gregory played Ruditsky himself. The show, though relatively short-lived, was an important stepping stone in Gregory's career. It showcased his ability to carry a program and cemented his reputation as an actor who could embody law enforcement figures with authenticity. The late 1950s and early 1960s were a period of intense competition in television, with crime dramas proliferating, but Gregory's work was consistently noted for its intensity and believability.